Throughout World War II, the Allies bombed German cities, stormed beaches, and broke secret codes. But one question remains: why didn't they simply assassinate Adolf Hitler? Was it impossible? Moral? Or was it strategic? By 1939, Adolf Hitler had become the supreme leader of Nazi Germany. Every military and political decision required his approval. Killing him could, in theory, have ended the war early. But the reality was far more complicated. Hitler was surrounded by layers of security, loyal SS guards, food tasters, and constant surveillance. Any attempt on his life would require incredible planning and even more luck. As early as 1938, there were whispers of plots to kill Hitler, not by the Allies but by Germans themselves. Army officers like Colonel Oster and General Beck secretly discussed removing Hitler before he could start a new war. But when Hitler's early victories stunned Europe, support for resistance faded. Each success made him appear untouchable, a man chosen by fate. Among the Allies, especially Britain, the idea of assassinating Hitler was discussed, but quickly dismissed. Winston Churchill called assassination a dangerous precedent. If Britain killed a foreign leader, what would stop others from targeting theirs? Furthermore, Allied leaders believed that removing Hitler might unify Germany, not weaken it. Without him, generals might rally under a new banner, fight harder, and negotiate from strength. His poor military decisions, especially refusing to retreat at Stalingrad and insisting on defending every inch of ground, were destroying Germany from within. British intelligence concluded, "It might be better to leave Hitler where he is. He's doing more damage to Germany than we ever could." In other words, keeping him alive might end the war sooner. The Allies' secret agencies, Britain's Special Operations Executive, SOE, and America's OSS, carried out daring missions across Europe. They blew up railways, rescued prisoners, and gathered intelligence. But no operation was ever approved to kill Hitler directly. There were rumors of possible missions, like a sniper at Hitler's Bavarian retreat or poisoning his food. But none reached the execution stage. The risk of failure, and the potential backlash, was too high. The most famous attempt on Hitler's life didn't come from the Allies at all, but from within Germany. On July 20, 1944, Colonel Klaus von Stauffenberg planted a bomb at Hitler's military headquarters. The explosion killed 4 people, but Hitler survived with only minor injuries. In the aftermath, thousands were arrested and executed. It was the last serious effort to remove him before the war's end. By 1945, Hitler's empire was collapsing. Allied bombs flattened cities. Soviet troops surrounded Berlin. Hitler refused to surrender, but in the end he took his own life in his bunker on April 30, 1945. The Allies never had to kill him. He destroyed himself and with him the regime he built. In the end, the Allies' decision not to assassinate Hitler was shaped by strategy, ethics, and perhaps fate. Killing him might have changed history, or prolonged the war. But one thing is certain: his downfall came not from a bullet, but from his own delusion.